All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. It is clear that I am not in my normal setting. I'm still at the hotel, but I wanted to go ahead and get this unboxed for you and just show it to you. This is a unit that they have set up for me, Samsung, and we're gonna go ahead and use it and test it out. In the packaging here, you just get the Type-C cable and some brochures. I know you don't really want to see that. I think the most popular color though might be this blue version. I'm sure that's probably going to be a popular color. That's all in the box. It's still kind of sad that this is where we are when it comes to unboxings. We don't have anything left to really show. So let's pop this off here. And let's just go ahead and fold it. And there it is. Obviously, this is the blue version. I'm going to set this up and start using it. Just kind of give it to you like that, man. We're going to show you what it's about. So let's pop it on here. I'll get it set up here, and but man, I got to tell you folks, once you see this in person, you're going to say, whoa, this thing is thin. This is about as thin as foldable as you could possibly get. You see the USB port there? That's just how thin it is. It's just nuts how thin it is. And you got the welcome screen. So when you get yours, this is what it's going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get this signed in, get it set up and everything, and then I'll come back to you. All right, guys, so here we are. Got the device all set up. If you haven't already seen it, I posted an unboxing on Instagram because it was a real short unboxing. I mean, there's not much to unboxing nowadays with these devices. So again, I'm not at my home office. I'm still in New York at the time of this video. So I'm going to go ahead and start using this though while I'm still here. And I'm going to get you guys some real world content on it. I do reviews, but I also do real world. Like I'm actually going to use this every day alongside my wonderful Edge here. So I want to go ahead and show you the thickness of this device next to the Edge, because I think that's important to note. You've got to see just how thin this phone is. Now, some people may have concerns about the battery. The official specs on this are the battery is a 4,400 milliamp hour battery, folks, but I wouldn't be deterred by that because the internals now support a better experience. So we're going to see though, because if the battery's not good, I'll be able to tell you because this is a thin phone, but at least it has a 4,600 milliamp hour battery inside. Some people were deterred by the 3,900 milliamp hour battery in this Edge, but I'm not. I'm a believer now because the Edge has phenomenal batteries. So here it is, folks, the side by side. Look at the thickness and thinness of both of these phones. When this device is closed, it is officially 8.9 millimeters, which is just about the same size as your Galaxy S25 Ultra. But this particular phone right here, we all know is super thin. I mean, it's incredible how they can do this, and I think it's impressive enough, and I think the future is going to be bright for Samsung if they continue on this path here. So when you look at the USB ports on here, you can see just how thin the Fold is. I was going to say the Note 7. The Fold 7 is. It is super thin, man. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. So I had to show you those side by side here, just to let you see just how thin it is. Now I do have a matte screen protector on this device here, but you can see here is a nice, much wider display. It's now a 6.5 inch display, I believe, over here. But this is a very nice device to use as a regular. So having it in hand like this is gonna feel really good to a lot of people, because you're gonna say to yourself, wow, you know, if I can get this right, you're gonna say to yourself, wow, this thing is so thin, and how did they do it? So when you open it up like this, it's almost gonna feel, it's gonna feel strange. You're not gonna believe how thin this is until you actually get yours. There's a link in the description to where you can buy yours. But my first impressions of this thing is it's everything that you think it is. Like if you look at it from this angle right here. Now let me bring back in the Edge. Now look at it next to the Edge. That's incredible, right? It's just mind-blowing to have all of this power in such a thin package. So Samsung needed something like this. They needed something to compete with today's market for the phones that are not officially announced in the US. They needed something like this to take them over the top, because right now they're kind of commanding and they're in control of the US market, and it shouldn't be like that. There should be competition, and someday someone will bring Samsung competition to the market, but as of now, this is the folding phone that we all wanted. Now let's go ahead and talk about the inevitable, the price. Let me open up the page here and I'll show you the price. So as you can see here, there's lots and lots and lots of discounts you get. Essentially that $1,200 is with the trade-in and everything. So you'll be sure to get yours, get that. Hopefully you register with the link. If you didn't, they still might give you that $50 credit. But right off the rip, as you can see here, this device is kind of expensive. We can't ignore that. So what they're doing is they're instantly giving you the free upgrade for the storage. So it's $120 off right away. So this is $2,000 for the 256 gig, basically $2,120 for the 512, and $2,420 for the 1 terabyte. Now the terabyte is the one that obviously I would like to go for when I purchase mine. I did get this device on loan from Samsung, and I appreciate it, them letting me keep this for a little while to review it. But when I send it back, I will be going with the 1 terabyte more than likely, and I'll be more than likely going with the mint color. And see, this is kind of like an error in some of the websites. Like, depending on, I don't know, some devices is not showing the other colors here, but there are 4 colors, and I've shown them to you already in another video. But that's a look at the pricing, man. I mean, this is the pricing. There's no getting around it. It's an expensive device. But, the way Samsung is going to offset that is to give you more for your trade-in. And that's the only thing I can tell you is, if you don't like the price, you can make a bunch of comments and complaints about it, but the reality is you don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy it. But I think that a lot of people would enjoy this way more, and it's just a hardware upgrade, folks. It's a hardware upgrade, a much needed one, with a camera upgrade. This now has the Galaxy S25 Ultra's cameras and a 200 megapixel wide camera. That's just, it's insane. And so they had to do the camera bump like this. As you can see, the camera bump is the same way on the Edge. The Edge has a 200 megapixel camera as well. And so they had to do this in order to get it to come to life. There's no way around it. You can't have these ginormous cameras in here and not have it poke way out like this. As you can see, the Edge is a little wider, but this phone right here is like the perfect feeling phone in the hand. And I really like my Edge, but this right here is like having a folding Edge. It's incredible, man. Great, great hardware. And again, Samsung gave out these blue units to pretty much everyone that I saw at the event. So there was getting those that got a review unit. This blue one is a popular color, I can tell. I think a lot of people are gonna like this blue in person. So there it is, man. A first look at the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. I will be covering the Z Flip 7 as well. Don't think I'm gonna cover the FE. The FE is pretty much just a 6. So I don't need to cover that one. I might cover it. I don't know. You know me, every time I say I'm not going to do it, I end up doing it. But I just keep going back to this angle here so you can see the camera bump protruding is about the thickness of the entire phone itself. It's incredible how they've done this. And I really can appreciate it. And I remember I showed you the Apple Fine N and the Honor. I'm going to be bringing you something else too, so stay locked on that. But for now, man, this phone is great. And I'm not just saying that. I really can appreciate what they've done here. They pretty much gave us the device we should have had a long time ago, simply put. It's your man Jay. I hope you guys enjoyed. First impressions. Again, I've been kind of in and out with this phone for the last few days, but this is the official unit that they're sending me home with. So I'll be sure to use this day in and out, compare it to the Edge, compare it to the 6, because I still have my Z Fold 6 that I bought last year, the 1 terabyte. Definitely don't want to come up off of my 1 terabyte, but we shall see. I don't know. I'm on the fence whether I want to get rid of my 6 or not, but this phone right here is a much needed upgrade. 8-inch display. I've gone over the specs in another video, but 8-inch display, 4400 milliamp hour battery, 200 megapixel wide camera. The cameras now have been upgraded. The front camera is now a 10 megapixel, and then those that didn't like the inner camera here, it is now a 10 megapixel as well. So, and this display in person, folks, is just insane. You've got to see this thing in person. So I'm gonna get this all set. It's all set up with my apps and everything, but I'm gonna get everything updated, signed in, and we're gonna kick this thing off. So You know, first impressions of the Z Fold 7 wow factor, man. The fold that we've all been waiting for right here. It's your man Jay. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.